Hello there. Our brush tonight is my Rooney Restore. It has a 20mm golden nib 3-band silver tip standard knot. I'm going to set it in my, if I can do it, in my scuttle. That's the word I'm looking for. And let it soak for a little bit. And the soap tonight we're going to be using is Hagen Deluxe. This is just, everybody knows Hagen, but if you don't, it's just a basic, simple, everyday kind of soap you can buy locally at grocery stores, drug stores for between $2 and $4 or $5, depending on what you get. The Deluxe will cost you between $2 and $3, and it's just it's got a basic scent. It's basic soap. It's I believe glycerin based. It's a good shaving soap, makes a good lather, and it's just it's the first soap that I ever used, shaving soap that I ever used, and it's still in my den. I've got a bag full of it, of the pucks, because I like this soap. And it's Christopher David and Bailey posted on Facebook. I'll get to that in a minute. That was the impetus for me to do this shave tonight. So let's go ahead and start making lather. And then, excuse me a minute, don't often see this. This is a lemonade soda. I don't do shaverages or any of that garbage. I'm shaving. I'm not smoking a pipe or smoking a cigar or drinking whiskey, or I'm shaving. That's what this is about. So if you like that sort of thing, I'm not knocking it. It's just silliness to me. But anyway, if you want to do all those things, make them separate. You're just shaving your face. This is not a country club or a gentleman's club where you're showing all these hoity-toity fancy kind of. You're shaving your face, okay? So that's my opinion. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but that stuff is so silly to me, it's not even funny. So anyway, let's move on and start the shave, because that's what we're here for. But anyway, Christopher David Bailey had posted on Razor and Brush talking about the difference between the higher price soaps and basic, like $3 an ounce soaps and stuff like that, and that he felt like he wasn't knocking anybody or saying to anybody that they shouldn't buy anything, but he was saying, for his money, for what he had observed in the time that he'd been wet shaving, that $3 an ounce mark, there are so many soaps in that range that are so fantastic. Once you start moving above that, the gains per cost are very small. And I believe pretty much the same thing. I think that that there are, look, I've got some expensive soaps. Man, I got stuff, what most people consider one of the most expensive soaps out there, Martin de Condra, but I didn't buy it. It was a gift twice from two different people. Sent me Martin de Condra, and also I had people send me samples of it. So it wasn't soap that I spent the money on, and it probably would not, because I don't have that kind of money for a soap. I just don't. I started out on this stuff, and I still use it because it's economical, and it trips my trigger that way. I like, if you know my channel, you know that's the case. I like economical things. I think bang for your buck is something that still counts. So after that conversation, I started thinking, I haven't shaved with Hagen in a while, several months, probably at least. And so, at least on camera. And so I thought, well, let me go ahead and fix that. But it's a good soap. You see the lather's, that's a wonderful lather. And I could have added water to that and whipped it up some more in a bowl, and it would have got thicker and creamier. The razor tonight is my father-in-law's Boker. That says St. Louis. I don't know if you can see, but it has the ship on it and all of that. But anyway, the community in general, and try to understand that I'm not knocking it. You got all kinds of people in this community, and some of us like what we consider finer things. So some of us will pay much more for a soap, a cream, a brush, a razor, an aftershave, whatever. Some of us will not. But one of the things that I hear over and over, and it's supported by my own experiences, is that you don't really, and I hear it from guys that have tried all the really expensive products. And most of them are not saying, man, don't buy that stuff because it's junk. Or anything like that. But one of the things that I hear over and over again is that there's a diminishing return on your dollar. This hobby has, like I said before, all kinds of people. And there is room for all kinds of people and all kinds of ideas when it comes to shaving. But you can buy a very inexpensive soap. Hey, I could be happy with the Hagen the rest of my life if that's all I could find. That's the idea behind me having a bag full of it. In case something happens and I have to have soap and you can't find it anymore, because I'm paranoid like that. I like wet shaving and I don't want to stop. And so if the artisans go out of business, if the big companies stop making soap because people stop buying it, they buy most of the artisan stuff, and now the artisans for some reason either aren't around, or their prices get so high that some of us can't afford it, or only a few of them are around, and in 20 years it may be difficult to find them. They might still be in business, but the trend of wet shaving might go down so much that it might be almost impossible to find them. So, I mean, there's all kind of, and yeah, please understand, I'm not predicting anything. I'm just the little paranoid guy in my head thinks things like that. And so I want a backup. I got a big bag full of Vanderhagen. I got a big bag full of Williams. And if for some instance or for some reason that's all I have left, I'll have some really, really happy shaves with Vanderhagen and Williams. You don't need a great big hyper expensive $30, $40, $50 soap to get a good shave. Now, there are soaps out there, whether they are commercial soaps like Mitchell's Wool Fat or Tobacco, or whether they're artisan soaps like Razor Rock or Sterling or K-Shave Works, and I could keep naming. So if I left you out, artisan, please don't take offense. All people have to do is look at my channel and they'll know who it is that I like, artisan wise. But am I in any way telling you not to buy this soap or that soap? Absolutely not. What I am telling you is you should look at your budget and not get caught up in all the new release hype, because there's a lot of that, and I don't normally talk about that kind of stuff because I kind of feel like if someone believes that something's worth it and they're willing to spend their hard-earned money on it and it makes them happy, then I ain't got no business. I'm not going to knock it, and I'm not knocking it now. But I'm just saying, my razor just moved the wrong way. Hopefully I was light enough that it barely broke the top of the skin. But anyway, I just think that there's a lot of people out there, especially people watching my channel, that are looking at value. And you don't need even a $15 or $20 soap to have a good experience. Razor Rock sells them all day long for $7, and it's going to be hard pressed to beat the performance of Razor Rock. So, but anyway, Vanderhagen will always have a special place in my den because it was the first. It's the soap I learned to lather on. It's the soap I learned to wet shave with. And it's a wonderful soap. It still smells wonderful. Wonderful, light, soapy kind of scent with a little bit of some type of light fragrance in there. I couldn't begin to describe it, but just a nice, clean soap. And cold water. I'm glad that I have it, that it's available, and I just got a beautiful shave. It works really well with a straight. It's nice and slick. I got all kind of after slickness on my face. It's a good quality shave soap for $2 or $3. Hard to beat. And I'm going to follow that with Aquavella. And there's probably, I'm not naming no names, and I'm not trying to stir up anything or anything like that. But there's probably some people out there, artisan, that aren't any better quality of shave than the Vander Hagen is. That's a fantastic shave for the price. You cannot beat it. It's not possible. I'd pay $5-6 easy for that if that's all I could get. I'd pay a little bit more than that. I'd pay Razor Rock prices, $7 easy for a puck of that. So if it works that well for me. So anyway, all right. I hope you've enjoyed the shave and my ramblings. And God bless you all. And I'll talk to you later.